श्री महमूद आली जी और स्थानीय सांसद श्री मल्ला रेड्डी जी और आपका संस्था का अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर श्याम अग्रवाल जी और उपाध्यक्ष श्री मकरंद जी और यहाँ का विधायक श्री MVSS प्रभाकर जी और यहाँ शासन मंडली का सदस्य श्री एडवोकेट रामचंद्र राव जी, इस समारोह में आए हुए सभी कंपनी सेक्रेटरीज, मित्रों, बहनों और भाइयों, मैं सचमुच में आनंद महसूस कर रहा हूँ. आई एम फीलिंग एक्सट्रीमली हैप्पी because the institution for which I laid foundation 3 years back has taken a real shape. Because we are used to see foundations and at foundation stage only, but foundation becoming a reality, that really makes me too happy. I'm extremely delighted to be amidst you today to inaugurate this Center of Excellence in this historic city of Hyderabad. What we should all aim in our life is excellence. Excellence in every sector, in every walk of life, in every profession, so that India will be known for an excellent country. For that, every one of us at our levels must make our own contribution. With this Center of Excellence catering to the entire south of India, and similar centers coming up in Ajmer for northern region, Calcutta for the eastern region, Institute will be meeting the requirement for the whole country. It is Center for Corporate Governance, Research and Training is already functioning at Mumbai and serving the western region. In the wake of globalization and increasing the role of the corporates in driving the economies, it has become imperative for professionals like company secretaries to acquire cutting-edge knowledge and skills that are not only in tune with the best practices, but also facilitate, promote good corporate governance. Though we are now living in a global village. The entire world is open up. And in India particularly, we are getting foreign direct investment allowed in many sectors. And now the government also have changed the policy and then started public-private partnership. So that being the case, there are enough opportunities in our country and the country has a great future. World over, economy is slow. Even our neighbor China also is a little negative. The only economy which is moving forward, there may be temporary here and there some deficit, but at the end of the day, the most favorable destination in the world today is India, that is our country. So we need to set up benchmarks for high standards in corporate governance. Such centers should also accord high priority to research and innovative practices, innovation, incubation. That's now the buzzword. You need to innovate. Startup, stand-up, centers of excellence. India, once upon a time, was known as Viswa Guru. People from across the globe, they used to come and study here, acquire knowledge. If you read Kautilya's Ardha Shastra, you understand. Read Pahiyan, Huansong, the great historians who came from China and other parts and then wrote about our India and our civilization. India was known as the Vijnana Kani. It used to be, as I said, as called as Viswa Guru. But today, because of colonial rule in between and slavery, some of us, we lost our conscience and lost direction. They have not only ruled us, they have also looted our wealth. Now the time has come that we must create wealth and reinvent development, take the country forward and make the country as one of the topmost countries in the world. That's the agenda. This has nothing to do with this party or that party, this government or that government. But each one of us, every citizen of India must think in terms of excelling in his own sphere of activity. There is no dearth of intellect in India. మన దేశంలో తెలివికి కొదవ లేదు, సామాన్యుడు కమ్మరి కుమ్మరి వడ్రంగి నేత గీత బోయ యాదవ సాకరి మంగరి హరిజన గిరిజన లంబాడ, the goldsmith, the blacksmith, the washerman, the fisherman, the taddy tapper, the weaver, everybody has got some excellence, some talent. What is required is skill upgradation. Kaushal Vikas Yojana, ये बहुत जरूरी है. That's why this institute here will be definitely useful, and along with that, if you go for priority for research and innovative practices, this will further excel. I am told that it's a mandate among others is to undertake transformational research that aims to achieve international standing in corporate governance, build a collaborative network to address the challenging research problems and achieve global competitiveness and gain recognition for Indian research. Our values, our traditions, our standards set by our forefathers, our family system. In fact, some of the companies, I am very happy they are adopting family constitution. That's a very welcome step. And because India's specialty is a family, joint family, living together, that makes people immensely happy. So that specialty has to be further strengthened by this corporate governance and new ideas and innovations. We must also address the challenging problems and achieve global competitiveness and gain recognition for Indian research. There is a competition now, it's open. You can't say, no, I don't allow this, I don't allow that and all. If you say, I don't allow this, they say, we don't allow you also. If they don't allow you, then what it is you are going to do? We have surplus population. We have surplus human knowledge. We have a young population of the country. 65% of the people of India are below around the age of 35. There's a great demographic dividend. We can really train them, teach them, and then we can supply human resource for the entire world once again. So that great opportunity is awaiting us. It should be remembered that a strong foundation in ethical values should be the basis for exemplary corporate governance. Please understand. Strong foundation for ethical values should be the basis for exemplary corporate governance. But before looking elsewhere for lessons in corporate governance, one should look inwards. And what's better than Kautilya's Ardhashastra? The principles and practices on economic management written by Kautilya in 4th century are relevant even today, more relevant, I can tell you. The others, they are studying Kautilya's Ardhashastra. Even Germany is doing research on Sanskrit and our Upanishads and Vedas and all. We somehow lost our conscience. It has become a fashion to denounce us. India is used as something is great because those fellows came and ruled us and ruined us. They have not only ruled the country, but they have ruined our minds also. So friends, back to roots again. And then I commend the Institute of Company Secretaries of India for coming out with a vision to be a global leader in promoting good corporate governance and a mission to develop high-caliber professionals facilitating good corporate governance. ICSI should ensure that these objectives do not remain as mere slogans and are achieved in the fullest measure. India, with its inherent spiritual strength, rich traditions, strong value system, which form the core of many family-run businesses, can emerge as a role model for other countries in corporate governance. The practitioners of corporate governance should play a leading role in making India a global leader in their field. Money laundering through shell companies is one of the menaces that affect the economy of a country. Money laundering, black money, hoarding, counterfeit, all these challenges we have faced. Now, I commend the decision of the ICSI to sensitize all the citizens and also members and other stakeholders on their deleterious impact not only of the shell companies but also of shell NGOs. We are hearing more and more about it in the recent days. I also appreciate the efforts of ICSI in bringing secretarial standards onto the statute books and paving the way for good corporate practices. Such standards are needed in the wake of corporate disputes. A company secretary is not only the conscious keeper of an enterprise, but he or she also has a larger social responsibility. I have seen some of the women excelling as company secretaries. Temperamentally, women are more suitable. I'm not trying to discriminate or create a competition between men and women. After all, they are also 50% of the population. 50% of the population. Given a responsibility, they will definitely excel. Friends, I also appreciate the efforts of ICSI in bringing secretarial standards onto statute books and paving the way for good corporate practices. Such standards are needed in the wake of corporate disputes. They are also increasing nowadays. A company secretary is not only the conscious keeper of an enterprise, but he or she is also a larger social responsibility. That's what I was saying. No doubt, company secretaries are key managerial personnel, but they are also represent internal and external stakeholders and such as play a pivotal role in ensuring compliances and implementing principles of good governance. They have to constantly update themselves with the changes in the law for proper guidance of the management and other stakeholders. Everybody should feel that he is a student at every level and must upgrade their skills. That's why I always say, learn, not earn alone. You have to earn, but for that, learn also. And this applies to more politicians also. Everybody should learn new practices, new ideas, out-of-box ideas, how to really empower the people, how to see that the downtrodden are helped, how to see that the poverty is elevated, how to see that the women are empowered, how to see that racial discrimination is stopped, how to see that atrocities and wicked sections are stopped. In every sense, everyone should think in terms of learn. Friends, with the implementation of the GST, they should be well equipped to deal with the challenges arising from its implementation. GST is one of the best transformation law. In any transformation, there will be some teething trouble. But once the system is put in place, I can really assure the country that the great transformation will come and India's growth will be accelerated. And you can live without tension and you can pay attention to your work. If you are really paying taxes properly, there is no need to worry that man will come and this man will come, what will happen, this book, that book, A account, B account. There is no need for any of those accounts, only one account. So friends, these company secretaries should be well equipped to advise their clients. I am happy to note that the ICSI is in the process of framing an international corporate governance code by bringing forth the teachings of the ancient Indian texts which hold relevance in the modern day corporate scenario. A very good thing. I compliment the ICSI for taking this initiative. As I was saying, back to roots. We must dig out all the past, the great things which our forefathers have given to us. Fortunately, we have a great civilization of thousands of years. We have knowledge in our Shastras, in our Vedas and all. So one should also focus on that and take it out. And then really the teachings of the ancient Indian texts, they should be modern day suitably made and then they should be used. I also commend the Institute for submitting a draft note on model code for meetings of panchayats, which aims to promote good governance at the grassroots level. We are in a three-tier democracy, central, union government, state government and local body. So panchayat level governance also is very important because it is at the grassroots level. The other initiatives such as making ICSI employees to wear khadi one day a week and to have a corporate anti-bribery code in a voluntary manner is also very laudable. I compliment. Wearing khadi is very much really will be appreciated by the people. And this picking up, as I told you, and nothing is going to happen whether you wear khadi or you wear a suit, hat, boot, suit, coat, hat. उससे कुछ ज़्यादा फायदा नहीं है. Nothing is going to be added by your makeup or the dress. Someone asked me, sir, after becoming vice president, chairman of Rajya Sabha, you are now occupying a constitutional position. What about your dress? I said, no change of dress, but only change of address. So friends, and also the anti-bribery code in a voluntary manner is also laudable, because how much money we have spent, how much it has reached the people, what is happening in between. You have to inculcate this, and honest tax paying happily, more and more people coming into the tax net, widening the tax net, lessening the burden on the honest people, and having a sound sleep without sound. That is also required. Somebody knocking at your door, coming in the midnight and show your accounts and all. If you are honest, if you are sincere, if you are against bribery, giving bribery, taking bribery, then there won't be any robbery at all in the country. One has to be very clear. So friends, I'm very happy once again to come to this function today. I was really little skeptical earlier because as a minister I would have come anywhere, anytime. But as a vice president there is some protocol, there is some system. Unless there is some functions, government related functions, vice president cannot go. So we discussed and found a way, because you have done excellent work within 3 years, coming with the Center of Excellence, and that too getting located in Hyderabad city, historic city, where I lived for more than 40 years. I thought I should definitely come over here. That way I feel very happy. I wish the institute, all its members and students, a wonderful journey ahead. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.